Hey everyone, today my name is Nelson Bradshaw. I'm with Farther Financial. Looking forward today to have you on Buzzworthy business segment. We have today my business partner, Daniel Gillum, who's been we've been working together for several years unofficially, the last 2 years otherwise. And then my favorite eye doctor of the whole world, Dr. Arun Gulani. I had the pleasure of meeting him about 7 or 8 years ago, where you did my eye surgery, and then my daughter, who had a little bit more difficult case and was at the point that she couldn't wear contacts anymore because she had abrasions on her eyes from them. And but to you, those are the mild cases. You like to take the ones that have a lot of great difficulty. You've had patients from more than 98 countries overall, and based here in Jacksonville, a little small Jacksonville, so to speak, bringing folks in like that. Now, I know that for a lot of years you've sort of been planning where you want to go with this, and you do a lot of speaking worldwide overall. What is it that you're saying to those folks? That what's different about the approach and what you're doing than maybe some other eye surgeons?
I think all the eye surgeons are doing great, Nelson. My biggest thing, my passion, as you know, is I treat every case, every patient as unique. Mm-hmm. And because of that, as I say, there's no one routine. So I want doctors to rise beyond the cookie cutter same surgeries on these people and running them through a mill. I want every doctor-patient relation to be sacred, unique, passionate, and performance has to be excellent beyond 2020. That's my passion.
Right.
So that's what I keep sharing all the time.
So I also know that sort of as part of that journey and looking at every patient as being unique, you've actually developed some tools, haven't you, that are now been picked up internationally. Tell us a little bit about that.
So when you're persistent in your passion, you don't settle for ordinary. So you want to constantly improve things, and that also includes innovation and instrumentation, because one is techniques that you make better. Now it's over 3 decades since I've been doing this. Mm-hmm. And the restlessness of giving the patients an amazing experience, which is why we built the world's first eye surgery spa right here in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. And then the tools obviously have to live up to it. So when you're designing tools uniquely, you make it easier for surgeons, and you make it more a fantastic and painless experience for patients.
Right.
So that's why all these prongs keep moving forward in the same flow.
Right. So obviously when you did that, you mentioned the surgical suite spa. And that actually came after I had my surgery. You had the equipment within your regular office to do certain things. It took some planning. I'm sure that was a huge capital outlay. As a physician, you're focused on physician. How did you financially sort of plan and get there for that? And what did you actually do? What did you want that suite? How did you want it to be different than what you had in your office at that time?
Just like my office, as you've seen. I very proudly say we don't have a waiting room, because you've seen whether people come from Australia or across the street, nobody waits. You've never seen anyone more than one patient at a time, right? Mm-hmm. So with that same principle, I decided, for example, cataract surgery. Now what I did for you was LaZrPlastique without cutting your cornea, and helped you out of reading glasses. Mm-hmm. For your daughter, we did a unique surgery for a thin cornea, astigmatism that most LASIK surgeons don't do. But cataract surgery, which is the most common surgery in the world, in entire medicine, not just eyes, and which every human has to go through as we age. Mm-hmm. But the way it's being done is patients are being, just lined up and surgeries. I thought, why not make that a phenomenal experience that patients can await or look forward to, right? When you get to 60, most common age for cataract, you've done so much in your personal and professional life. Now it's time to take care of yourself. And what's the bigger investment you can make beyond your eyesight? You can have $1 billion, but if you can't see, it's over.
Right.
So with that desire, as I keep innovating, I made cataract surgery to a level where it takes minutes to do now. We've not been using injections, needles, stitches for decades. And newer lens technologies which make people see distance near without glasses. So then I said, one more thing is missing. They're already so happy. Can I make it an experience? Mm-hmm. That's when I put in everything I had financially. Mm-hmm. And built this spa, got it trademarked by the U.S. Patent Trademark Office. And it has all my colors and elements that and I wanted people to feel like they're sitting like this in a living room.
Right.
And that's how they come in. And they go in, and I walk them in. And there's a beautiful ambience inside. I change the color of the surgery suite based on the scenario that day. If it's a military person, green.
Right.
Patient of breast cancer survivors, fuchsia, pink. Then I've designed my scrubs, as you know, same color.
Right.
And I don't like gray colored instruments, so the instruments are also colored. So, and for the patient, it's an amazing experience as I'm in their eye. This is not surface surgery.
Right.
In their eye, and I'm working on their cataract, and we are chatting in those 3 minutes. And they're going, Doc, in fact, it's funny, Mr. Whitley, we had someone who, who sings in presidential inaugurations. Very baritone voice, he sings the Amazing Grace.
Right.
And I'm in his eye, and with that amazing voice, he's singing as I'm doing his cataract. So I was showing the visiting doctors that this is the future. And they have taken no drugs, just numbing drops, music, and the relation of the doctor-patient.
Right.
And patients are coming in fully dressed.
Right.
They're leaving fully dressed. They can even start driving, though I prefer they don't. My point being, that experience now creates a system, to answer your question. I put everything financially I could into it because I want no corners cut anywhere. So the level of safety, level of technology, the experience of the patient, the comfort, and the outcomes.
Right.
Now you suddenly raise the bar on the most common procedure on the planet. Why would this not be the future?
Right.
That's my approach.
Well, up to this point, it's been you that's doing all this. Again, we're financial planners or help folks planning in general. So what are you doing to sort of plan that when you get to retirement, who's going to carry this on? How are you?
Will I ever retire? This is truly a passion. To me, this is not work. It's a calling. As I told you, even today, patients were here. I think 11 countries, 12 states, 13 states. And day one post-op, they all, as you know, do a group picture and they fly back. And this is day one post-op. People are surgeons, attorneys, but their passion is the same. So my daughter, as you know, is just starting ophthalmology residency. And I've been teaching surgeons all over the world this passion way of continuing. So what I do, I'm pretty sure any eye surgeon can do. But I believe they must focus on the patient. The money will follow, and invest completely, I teach. If you want any financial advice from a person who's not a financial planner, I think I just say this absolutely straight. Invest everything. This way you have no plan B.
Right, great.
You only got to succeed from here. Jump off the cliff, cut off the parachute. There's only one way now, up.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, great talking to you today. Again, I'm a big fan. I tell folks about you all the time, and we're very fortunate to have you here in Jacksonville, Florida. If you want to learn more about the Gulani Institute, Dr. Gulani, your website is?
Is GulaniVision.com.
Great. Y'all have a great rest of your day.